Welcome everyone to The Howl. I'm Susanna, and in this episode, I sat down with Andrea Teves, Abigail Stonequist, and Morgen Oswald to discuss. In this episode, we focused on how the three of them got into swimming, as well as how it has impacted their life, as well as their future. Thanks for joining us, and we hope you enjoy. Hello everybody, and welcome back to The Howl. My name is Susanna Lasota, and the producer of today's show is Morgan Daly, and we are very excited to have Andrea Teves, Morgen Oswald, and Abigail Stonequist from Hersey Swim and Dive here in the Dispatch studio, powered by Jet's Pizza. Thank you for joining me here today. Okay, can we just go around the table and say our names, what class we're in, and you want to start? Who wants to start?
I'm Morgen Oswald. I'm the class of 2026.
I'm Andrea Teves, and I am the class of 2025.
I'm Abigail Stonequist, and I'm the class of 2027.
Okay, so my first question would be, when did you start swimming, and why did you choose swimming?
I started swimming in 4th grade, and I didn't really choose to swim. My mom just kind of signed me up because she knew I'd be too nervous to swim. Like, I was just kind of a nervous kid, so I just didn't really want to do anything. So my mom was like, I'm going to sign you up for swimming. So she just signed me up. Sorry. So she just signed me up for it, and then, yeah, just been doing it ever since.
I kind of agree because I didn't have a choice either. I was going to do whatever my sister did, and my sister originally did soccer, and then she got hit in the face, and then she switched to swimming, and then I got stuck with swimming. And I've been swimming for, about 12 years now. I know. I started, before I could even walk,
old.
basically.
You're
Thanks,
really old.
thanks. So, yeah, I've been swimming competitively probably since I was 6, but I started when I was 5.
I started swimming when I was 8, and I started because my friend, and then she quit, so then I had no reason to stay, and my parents were like, oh, you're just going to stay.
Oh, okay. All right. Was there a particular event or person who inspired you to continue swimming? Because you've been swimming for so long.
As a kid, I really liked Katie Ledecky as a
Okay.
kid, or my coaches with Inner Park. I really liked them, so I just sticked with it. And they're really I don't know, they always hype me up. So I was like, I'll just stay in swimming. I don't know.
It'd have to be my coaches as well, because when I look back at it, I stayed with swimming because of my coaches, and then the people that I met, like my teammates along the way, were just an addition to that, because when I look back on it, my coaches were my favorite people ever, and a lot of them left throughout the years, but I'm still very thankful for them, especially my club coaches, my high school coaches, my inner park coaches during the summer, so it'd have to be them probably.
Yeah, it's probably my coaches and my parents, because they always, both of them always supported me. And, Rob Lundgren, he really, really got me into swimming because I wouldn't even put my head in the water, and then I was,
Who's that?
actually good.
Who's Rob Lindgren?
Rob Lundgren is... Okay, I feel like someone else can explain this better than me.
He wasn't he a girls' water polo coach and
Yeah, he was
a coach for swimming, and he created the jamboree for swimming because he really liked watching his girls swim and them listening to music at the same time, right?
Yeah, he went
playing
to
music.
this, I don't know what meet it was, but he went to this meet, and they were playing music when the girls were swimming, and he was like, oh, I want to bring that back to Arlington Heights, and that's what the jamboree is all about.
It's really fun.
What happened to him?
He got pancreatic cancer. That's why.
Why are you like it?
Why are you
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
You're like,
Okay.
Well, here's what happened. Let me redo it.
Okay.
Yeah.
He got pancreatic cancer, and that's why we have the purple ribbon on our suits and water polo suits. And we also have pan-can for water polo and jamboree for swimming.
It's just, he was such an important figure to the aquatic, world at Hersey that it would be, we have to have something for him. We don't,
To honor him.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. How do you balance schoolwork with swimming, and what does a typical training week look like? Actually, let's start with the first one. How do you balance schoolwork with swimming?
I usually just do all my homework if I can in class, or I have 2 early dismissals, so I'll go home and do it, or I'll go in the ARC and I'll just do all my classwork. Or if I can't, I'll just do it after practice. That's all.
Being a senior, I still don't know how to balance schoolwork and athletics, especially if you have school, athletics, and a social life. I feel like not all of them are going to be equally balanced. So I try to focus more on school than swimming because I want to prioritize school before anything else. So I try to get all my work done during school before practice starts because I normally get home pretty late, and if I want to sleep early, then I'm going to have to do all my work earlier in the day, obviously. But I try to put first things first before anything else.
Can I ask if you're going to swim in college, or are you planning to continue your swimming career after?
I think in the past I would have said yes, but with burnout from swimming, I think I'm going to be done after high school. I am very grateful for swimming as it is the sport that raised me, but I can't see myself competitively swimming in the future. I for sure will probably try to incorporate it into my lifestyle in college, hopefully, but I don't think I'm going to swim in college.
I usually wake up really early in the morning and just try to get all the work done possible, and then whatever I don't finish, I try to do during school or after school, like or after swimming.
Okay. And then, what does a typical training week look like for you?
Morning practices on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then the time interval of practices changes every week. So it's either one week it'll be 3:40, 5:40, the next week it'll be 5:40 to 7:40. But I don't really know.
Do you have 2 practices a day, or is it just one practice if you have morning practice?
Mondays, it's morning practice, afternoon practice. Wednesdays, is morning practice and afternoon practice.
So how long do you practice per day? Like during those days where you're...
2 hours
About,
and 45
yeah,
minutes.
well, bro, she was still talking. 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Okay.
2 times a week, and then the rest is 2 hours.
Okay.
Same with me.
Yeah.
Doubles on
Yeah.
Monday,
Same with all of us.
Everything. What do you like? What's a typical day look like? What do you do for swimming? Like, do you want to explain like for practices? What do they consist of?
Warm-ups are the same every time. 400 swim.
200
200 swim, kick.
That's what it
kick,
normally
swim.
is, but sometimes it changes.
Yeah, sometimes we'll have 1,000 swim. Sometimes we'll have 1,000 swim, 75 swim, 25 kick.
Yeah.
It'll change.
It usually consists of those two for
Yeah.
warm-ups, unless it's a pre-meet day, then those are different.
Yeah.
Okay. And is that like to warm up your body for the meet, or is that just like a different?
Yeah, pre-meets are normally in preparation for the meet the next day, so they're a bit like lighter in intensity because we don't want to like overwork our bodies before a meet, whether it's big or small.
Mm-hmm.
But we just did so many not squats,
Okay.
lunges.
Can I name drop the school?
Yeah, go ahead.
We have a meet against Wheeling tomorrow.
Oh.
So
Okay.
they're
so
not.
it's not the
fine,
best.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Dang! They're not.
I think they have 6 swimmers.
Yeah.
Oh, the whole team.
Yeah.
Like
And how
we take up all the lanes, and then when they get into warm up, it's like they
They
take
get
in like
their own
3,
lane.
2, 3. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, and how many girls do we have on our swim team?
Last year I thought it was like 70.
Yeah, I think this year we have a little less.
Like maybe like
60?
Mm-hmm.
60 something.
I think it's 60 something.
Wow, that's a big team. Okay, what's your favorite and least favorite part of training?
Favorite is being with my friends and them encouraging me to keep going. My least favorite part is probably just like, I don't know. Just
Do you like a specific set or...
Hell week.
Hell Week. Oh my God. Hell Week is going on right now. And I had to do 20 and that was actual pain. But I kept pace. I kept like almost the same pace the entire time. So
That's good. That sounds good.
that's good. I'm strong.
My favorite part about training would also have to be like the people, because in swimming, it's a sport where you don't get a lot of rest. It's a sport where 5 seconds of rest is a lot of rest. But even in those 5 seconds, we still are able to, like, talk and have conversations with our teammates in the lane. So that's one of my favorite parts. But another favorite part, actually, I think if you're putting in a lot of work, a practice can be kind of fun, actually, because it's like you have all this adrenaline going, and it's just like you feel good when swimming. So I think that's another part that I like.
Yeah, I like feeling accomplished after, but I also love being a distance diva with Natalie Zuber.
Yeah.
It's so much fun, but
Yeah, and Hell Week is another thing that I do not like either. We start Hell Week next week? Yeah, next week.
yeah, we start it Wednesday next week.
Bro, it is pain. You know what else I like? What Andrea said about, like, the 5 seconds of rest. What we do is, like, if we're doing, like, 25s, it'll be, like, we're about to go in, like, 5 seconds. We'll start talking about something really serious, and then it'll be like, okay, I'll finish at the other wall. And then we push off, we go, and then at the other wall, we're like, okay, this and this and this. Okay, I'll finish at the other wall. And then we go, and then we swim back. I like doing that.
I remember doing that.
We say stories. Yes,
Yeah.
we say stories, like, back and forth, like, 20 times. Just keep going. I like it.
And yesterday, one thing that I don't like is swimming in 85-degree water.
Oh my
my
god.
It was bad. It was
It's
really bad. It was like I was
pain.
swimming in mud and I was not moving, and it was specialty sets, so we all had to do like our own stroke. And I'm a butterflyer, so I had to do most of it fly. And we had these 200s, and I did some of them fly.
Pain.
I was
Yeah,
not
that
moving.
sucks.
Hot water's not fun to swim in.
Oh man. Okay. The difference between high school swimming and other team environments. What is the differences? Do you have is there
The
between
community.
club?
It's so
Community.
good. Like,
Yeah.
club isn't my favorite, like, but Hersey, like, I look forward to it, like, when I'm in the off season. I'm like, oh my gosh, Hersey's starting up soon. Like, I'm so excited.
Why is club not your favorite?
Like, there's less, like, people I love.
It's less hype.
Yeah, it's less
It's
hype.
less
Like,
hype.
you don't, like, get to know the people as well either. Like, you see them for 2 hours every day, yeah, but you don't go to the same school usually. You don't, like, it's just less
Yeah, I think
team bonding.
also another part, I used to do club swimming as well, and I was on that team that was the team I started on, and I think the difference between club swimming and high school swimming is that club swimming tends to be a lot more intense, because when I compare the training between high school and club's a lot worse, but that's just me. I don't know how it is for you guys.
My club, it's easier than Hersey, I think,
Mhm.
but I don't know. I like that Hersey's, like, harder for me because then I drop a lot.
Mhm.
Depends on where you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you? Do you swim club or not?
I was on the same club with Abby last winter, and then I was also on Muskies, and Muskies, like, there's no intensity at all. So when I came to Hersey, I was like, oh my god, like, why are they yelling so much? And I was like, okay, but I like the intensity better than being like, okay, let's get in and swim. I like if they're, like, being intense with it, because then it makes me want to swim, and it makes me drop time.
Okay. Do you have any best team moments you'd like to share?
I'm sure we've had a lot. They're not
I
popping up
love
into
the
my
bus
head.
ride to sectionals or, like,
Yeah.
back or pig out at Mort's
Oh,
house.
the pig out is fun.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
know.
what is that?
Okay, so after sectionals last year, we go to, like, a grocery store like Julasco, and we just buy a lot of food, whether it's, like, junk food or ice cream. It's the same thing. but, like, we get fruits too. And then we went to Mort's house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we drove like 40 minutes to our coach's house and just ate all the food we bought there. And it's just a lot of fun because it's team bonding, and it's a reward after such a big meet that it's just like, and it's the end of the season as well, so
Yeah.
it's like,
I mean, unless we
Oh.
make state.
And wait, when is the end of your season?
The second week of November?
yeah,
If we make state the
November-
3rd?
Sectionals is November 9th,
Okay.
and then state is the 16th.
And how are we doing so far? Do we have confidence?
I mean,
Okay,
the
so
2 free relay, we're so close in state.
you
like,
guys are really close.
I really hope.
Yeah. This season, it was, I'd say, a slow start because mostly everyone, got some sort of sickness in the beginning of the season. So that slowed us a lot down. And each dual meet, someone was sick. And then that whole, like, chunk of the season where it was just dual meets went by so quick. And now that we're in the beginning of championship season and everyone is, like, just starting to recover, I think we all have to put in a little bit more effort to get to where we want to be.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No favorite team bonding experience that no one wants to share other than the
Pig out?
Pig out.
I don't know.
Oh, I mean, we have TP.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What is is that for? I know other teams do that, but what does that look like for you guys?
Very loud, like very loud. A lot of laughing, a lot of screaming, a lot of music. It's just like, I don't know, it's just like I don't know how to describe it.
Who do you do it for?
Frosh Soft, JV, and varsity.
Mm-hmm.
So is it the people who go to like the championship meets? Or?
Yes. So
Yeah.
for each level, there's conference, which is one of the big meets every season. So there's Frosh Soft conference first, and then JV, and then varsity. And we TP the day before the meet at night. So we TP all the Frosh Soft girls that are swimming and diving, their houses, and then JV, and then varsity. And I really like TP because with swimming as an independent sport, it's very individual, and you have all these different levels. It's kind of hard to blend everyone together, especially with the divers as well. So I think TP is just a really good activity to have everyone get together and team bond that way.
Anyone else? No.
I agree.
So I know, especially I interviewed you in the beginning of the season. Some of you, or actually other people, but that we all said that we want to develop a tight bond during the team. So how do you think that tight bond has developed from the beginning of the season to the end of the season?
I feel like at the beginning of the season, I'm starting to get to know new girls, and then at the end of the season, like, I'm close. Like, last year I met Abby, and now we're really close, and I know her really well. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Like, I'm blanking so much on this one.
I feel like in the beginning of the season, it kind of felt like people were missing. Like,
Yeah.
Victoria Rona.
Victoria Rona's gone, and she's at Purdue, and I miss her.
Yeah.
But I've kind of, like, understood that she's gone now. So, like, it's not as, like, something's missing, but, like,
But
I
it
know
still
she's
feels like a
there.
chunk's missing.
Yeah, I know she's there. I
Yeah.
know she's
So like
supporting
when
us.
seniors graduate, you have that
Mhm.
kind of.
And you're like,
Yeah.
wait, where'd they go?
And then,
Yeah.
like, new freshmen come in, and then it's a whole process of trying to, like, incorporate everyone back together to create a new team.
Mm-hmm.
So I think in the beginning of the year, it was kind of like, it wasn't hard, but it was like, I don't know how to explain
It's like
it.
a reset.
Yeah, it is a
button
reset,
from, like-
but we have so many opportunities to team bond that we get closer as a team pretty fast. We have, like, pasta parties. We have different practices that are catered to team bond. At the beginning of the season, we have, like, a triathlon. So we, like, mix up all the levels, and then
Drum games.
we have drum games. It's just, but I think now we're getting to a point where it's good.
Mm-hmm.
We're at a comfortable place in the season as a team,
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah, I'd say so too.
Okay. What is a best moment, record, or personal accomplishment that you'd like to share?
Does it have to be high school or, like,
Yeah.
club or?
No, you can make it high school. Oh, okay. Let's do one high school, one club.
Okay.
Because I feel like you all have.
One club one is for core. I made it to regionals, and I
Ooh.
got 6th in 100 fly, and I won a 101.
Ooh,
Oh boy.
yay.
And then one for high school is I started swimming the 2 free. not very good at it, but I started it, and
Do you like it or no?
I like it.
That's good.
But I just have to get faster at it.
Not everyone can do mid-distance. I suck at
I know.
mid-distance.
I love mid-distance. 2 free is my event.
But you said you're a distance swimmer, correct?
500 and 200.
In
You're
every meet,
everything.
I swim the 500, the 200, and then the 100 and the 50 in the relay.
Yeah, she does
Oh
everything.
wow, so
That's-
you're like
Yeah,
the
Abby's
whole
good at
skit.
everything.
She's crap.
She is.
But if I had to choose like a high school accomplishment, it'd be going a 158 in the 2 free. But this year I'm hoping to drop more. Hopefully be closer to state.
You got it.
Hopefully.
I believe in you.
I don't know if I would call it an accomplishment. I mean, it is my fastest time, but there's just so much memory, that it, like, would I say it's trauma? Maybe, but a dual meet against Prospect last year, it was 100 fly, and I really wanted to go sub-minute. I was hyping myself up before the race, and I won, thankfully, but I won a 100.
Perfect minute.
Minute flat. So I'm hoping for conference or sectionals, I'm able to drop
58,
and
58.
break a
Okay.
minute flat.
Okay, but you're gonna be like fully suited up, right?
But the season, like I said, the season has been so slow that I need to put in a lot of work,
okay.
I feel like, in order. But I think I've got it, hopefully. Gotta stay positive,
I'm not good at doing that.
That's why you have me.
I know.
What did you learn from your most challenging race?
Huh? What did I learn from my most challenging
Yeah,
race?
like what's the event that really most like challenges you?
100 fly. I don't like that thing.
But you swim it, didn't you say you
It's the
swim
best
it?
event. What are you talking about?
It's so just like I don't even know. I just don't. You know what? You can continue with this one because I don't know what to say.
100 fly, it's a love-hate relationship. I do it so much that I can't stop.
You just do it.
suddenly, but
Yeah.
every race is so different from the last and the next that I just don't know what's going to happen. And even the smallest change to that race that'll affect the result of what I go.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're talking about another beast, 200 fly,
Oh my god.
I think once in a while 200 fly is fine, but
200 fly.
it's not.
I think my body would give out.
I think, yeah.
I'd say 2 free is the hardest to swim, even though it's my favorite, because everyone has such high expectations for me. And my parents are like, oh, you're going to drop. So, like, what if I don't drop? Like, that's going to be sad. Or, like,
That's so
I'm going to, like,
consistent.
let people down. Or, like, I don't know.
Have you dropped consistently over the past few?
Hey, you want a 201?
Okay,
That's
but, like,
good.
it's, like, good. But, like, the start of the season, it was, like, I went a 203, and I was, like, just, like, staying with the 203 for so long. It was, like, really tiring. I was, like,
Plateau.
Hey, that was me with 100 fly. So that is me with 100 fly.
It is me.
who knows? Maybe I'll pull out a 156.
I think you
Who
got
knows?
it.
I think you can.
Got it.
Okay. How do team captains or leaders influence the team? So I know that we have a team captain here.
Oh my god.
What are you guys' thoughts?
I think since you're like the oldest on the team, you know everything that's going on, and you help the girls, and you always talk in the group me. It's always the captains like telling people like, if you need a text Sue, text me. This is my number. If you ever need anything, like text me. Blah 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 blah. I don't know. It's just nice to have like an older like sister or someone like on the team. I don't know. Why are you laughing? It's nice to have like an older influence on the team. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's wise.
She's old and she's wise.
They have like the captains have good ideas and they like make sure we team bond.
Yeah, thanks. As team captain, I think it's really important. Like, my number one priority is, like, being a team.
Mhm.
Everything else, like, that, being a team is my number one priority. And I wanted to be captain. Like, it's a big responsibility, obviously, but I think having genuine care for the team is more important than treating the role of a captain like an obligation
Mm-hmm.
because this team raised me, and I watched all these girls like grow up to who you guys are today. And I think as a captain, I'm like, aw,
Aw.
you guys, I'm so proud of you. And as a captain, I just want to be a pillar of like motivation and support for all these girls. So I think that's my number one thing.
Yeah, they're like older sisters, you know?
Wise words. Wise words.
How do you personally try to motivate your teammates?
I always go up to them behind the block. I'm like, you got this, you got this. What time do you want to get? They're like, I don't know. I'm like, what time do you want to get? And I tell them, and I'm like, you're going to do so good. And then they get out, and I'm like, see, you did it. I know you could do it. Like, I always like to hype them up and make them, the nerves go away. I like when, like, if someone's nervous, I like to get their nerves away so that they think about, like, one thing while they're swimming. Just like to just swim as fast as they can, get as hype as they can, listen to their favorite music.
Yeah, definitely being like the loudest on deck. I just like cheering everyone on, and before their race, after the race, I'm always behind the block, even if it's not my event, because I just want to be with my teammates before, during, after, so.
Yeah, in dual meets, it's really fun to just, like, sit behind the blocks and talk to everyone, like, before their race, even though I'm not, like, swimming for, like, 3 more races, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just talking to people. Like, it's so much fun, because you, like, kind of get their mind off of the race a little bit, and so they're less stressed.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any specific cheers or things that you do, like, for certain races?
Mm-hmm. For the 4x1 at the end of the meet, it's the last event. People that are swimming, like, they get up behind the blocks and they're about to swim, but people who aren't swimming put on banana suits, and it's like the peel the banana one, and then they go bananas. And then there's also like what the boys will do, like cheers behind the blocks. What's the one cheer? It's like. And they like bend over there like, what do you say? Go, Hersey, fight.
Yeah,
Something like that.
we use a lot of like football cheers as well.
Yeah.
Because those are good. And I know at one point last year the boys who timed the meets, they did like the Penn State one.
Mm.
That one was a good one. Their fight song or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But
Anything else? No.
No.
Okay. How do you handle nerves before big meets? Do you have like a pregame like routine?
I put my headphones on. I stretch. I'll talk to a friend. I'll be like, I'm kind of scared. They're like, no, you got this. And then I'll put like my headphones in and I'll like shake out the nerves. Or
What do you listen to?
I listen to Travis Scott. I listen to Travis Scott. And then I like play that song in my head. And then before I get up, I take them out and I'm like,
So
I can do
Fiend.
this.
blast Fiend.
Circus Maximus and Fiend.
Okay.
Fiend's good.
yeah, similar to her, I put my headphones on and I'm just like, I'm in my own world. I do dance and I do sing.
Yeah.
It just helps. It takes my mind off of the nerves. And then when I'm on the block, I'm ready to go, you know?
And what do you listen to?
Fiend. That's all she like thinks about.
No. Sometimes I listen to Fiend, but I will always listen to and sing "Love" by Keisha Cole.
Yeah.
It's my go-to. I just can't. I can't.
I usually just try to like suck up the nerves. I just like have to live with them. Like they're not gonna go away.
You thrive on
Yeah.
it.
Sometimes if I don't have my headphones, I'll just ignore them. I'll be like, all right, just forget anything for a minute or however that race will go on till. I'm just like, I just don't think.
Yeah, and then I'm like a distance swimmer, so sometimes I'm just not thinking, and then I'm like, oh shoot, I only have a 50 left, and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go so slow.
Sports psychologists emphasize visualization and controlled breathing techniques as effective ways to reduce performance anxiety. Can you share a time where you felt immense pressure and how you overcame it?
Like before. Do you want to go?
No,
You
you can go if you want.
No, you can go. You can go.
Like I feel a lot of pressure in the relays because if you DQ, like that's
What does DQ mean?
Boy,
disqualify the relay. So you could be leaving early or like in the medley you could like touch with one hand and fly or breast or whatever.
never.
Or twitch on the block.
I would never. Oh. Well, before my one, I twitched, so I DQ'd the relay.
But, like,
My first time
in like the relays, especially like sectionals or like big meets, it's really stressful because those are the double points. And
I would say big meets, sectionals, conference, big invites, I'd say is where I get a lot more pressure, but it is what it is.
Sorry, I had a yawn.
Bless you.
I'm really tired. Thank you.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Have anything else?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
How do you stay mentally strong when things don't go your way? When you don't drop time?
I talk to Mort and I talk to Andrea. That's literally the truth.
So how does Andrea stay mentally strong while hearing all of Morgan's problems?
She calls me stupid. And then she'll sit
I
me.
do, honestly.
And then she gives me a hug. So I don't know what that means.
Tough
but
love.
Yeah.
Because, like, I've been swimming for so long, I think I've just adapted to bad times, bad performances. So it doesn't take me that long to be like, oh, that sucked. Let me think of what I can do for the next race to improve on, and hopefully I'll do better.
Mm-hmm.
So I move on pretty fast, honestly, but sometimes I think about it, which isn't ideal. Because I'm not a perfect human. I wish I could be optimistic all the time, but that's just not me, because swimming is so important that it causes a lot of stress, but also some joy.
Mm-hmm.
So I do what I can.
Wait, what was the question?
How do you stay mentally strong when things don't go your way?
Oh, if I have a bad race, I cry. Like, I'm gonna be so for real. Like I'll like cry for like a little bit, and then I'll be like, oh wait, like I'll just do better next time.
Crying is okay. You're getting
okay.
you're getting those emotions out.
Yeah, I mean, if I had like a bad day before, then it's gonna be a cry. But if I didn't, it might be better. I don't know. It might just be, oh, that sucked.
Do your coaches influence the way that you react?
Well, sometimes Mort is like, oh, you should have gone faster, and I'm like, oh, well, I tried. but otherwise, he's usually really supportive. So it's
Okay. Have you dealt with injuries before, and how do you stay motivated through your recovery? Has anyone gone through an injury recently?
I haven't gone through like a serious injury. It's always just like my shoulder or my knee like acting up for a period of time. But since it's happened before, I kind of know how to deal with it, like with stretches and whatnot, because I used to go to physical therapy, so I know what to do. But it doesn't usually stress me out. Like, I know how to take care of my body, so I don't want to swim more if I know it's gonna ruin it. So
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. So I also play softball, so I have a lot of like problems with my elbow and my shoulder. So when I swim, it really like enhances those problems, but it comes in like waves. Like once a season, I'm like, oh, it really hurts for this week. But then I like do stuff and I'm fine.
Do you play softball for Hersey too?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you plan on swimming in your future, and how is swimming going to influence your future? So I already asked this question to Andrea, but
I'd want to swim in college, if not like for the college, maybe for like a club for the college. But that's what I want to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I choose a college for like whatever field I want to go into. But like if they want me for the swim team, I'm gonna be like, yeah, of course. Or if they have a club team, like I'll try to stay active with that. But I'm not gonna choose a school just for swimming.
Yeah.
is there any like morals that you've learned through swimming and that you want to carry into your future?
Okay, this might sound, I don't know, like this is what I've kind of learned, because you know, like you're not always gonna get like your best times, and it's like you might feel really good at a meet, but then it's like you get in and you're like, I sucked at that. I don't know, like what I've learned throughout swimming is like you can't like always get what you want, like you can't always like, I don't know, that's what I've learned personally. That's what I've learned. It's like, I don't know how to describe it, but that's what I've learned from swimming.
I'd probably say like perseverance, because I've stuck with this sport obviously for 12 years, and if anything, I think it gave me a lot more lows than highs, unfortunately. But I don't forget about all the good things it's given me. So I think sticking through swimming and finishing it through with how I want my season to end personally, I think that's what's most important to me.
Yeah, I think fake it till you make it. Like, I hype myself up so much, even though, like, I don't actually feel that way, just so I, like, make my mind believe it. And then I do good because I faked it till I make it.
Okay, last question. What would you tell younger swimmers, and what would you want to leave with them?
Just keep going. I'd say keep going because that's what I did. And now I'm a Hersey girl swimmer on varsity. Well, going to JV conference, but on varsity, and I met all of my closest friends. And even though it was like hard to do as a kid, it's like just, I don't know, the harder you go, the stronger you get.
Yeah. Sorry. I would just say have fun, because even though swimming gets really hard, I've always found like the smallest way to have fun, whether it's those small conversations in between those 5 seconds of rest, or belly flopping into the pool when it's Friday for Flop Friday. I just find a way to make it fun, and I think that's how you keep going. Like you said, I think that's what I did to stay with swimming, and that's why I'm still here.
Yeah, I think 2 things I would say is stick with it and don't be too specialized, because your stroke might change or your event might change in high school depending on what they need you to do, or like just depending on the team you're on, like you might have to do other things. And stick with it, because like I started and I couldn't even put my head in the water, and now I'm like,
You're so good.
Yeah, I'm so good, guys.
Well, that's it for today's show. Thank you to Morgan, Andrea, and Abby, and thanks to our viewers for tuning in. Also, thanks to our sponsor, Jet's Pizza, right over there on Rand Road. That will do for this episode. I'm Susanna Lasota, and on behalf of Morgan, thanks again for see you next episode.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.